My name is Jibadi Olushula Dilis. I am currently from the island of St. Lucia, which is located in the Caribbean region. Geographically, it's located west of Barbados, north of St. Vincent, and south of Martinique. I'm currently I'm a second year student, currently pursuing a Bachelor of Environmental Science degree here at Trent University. I selected this major particularly because of my interest in the field of environment, and I have always been involved in the environment from a young child growing up. Considering my Caribbean background, I've been quite involved in tropical events. So my family has a farm. My family also is involved in agricultural production. So we sell produce to supermarkets and also just locals in the community. So me being involved in that at a young age, it opened my eyes to many environmental issues prematurely before I got the theoretical side of it. So that really persuaded me and piqued my interest in this field. My favorite class currently is the Indigenous Environmental Science and Studies course. Firstly, because of the approach, it's quite interactive, as well as also incorporating the foundational principles that are to be discussed as per the course outlines. So it's quite interesting for me because it's a different view, different knowledge system, and also it's quite beneficial in helping me develop my worldview as a young person growing up. Yeah, that's what I would say is my favorite class so far. Oh, firstly, my home country is a relatively small country. We're only a population of about 170,000, 75,000 individuals. And for university, it's not necessarily local. You have to look abroad. There are some universities in the Caribbean. However, in the field I wanted to endeavor into, I had to look abroad. So what I did when I applied, I looked at this country, Canada, because of its quite strong base in the field of environmental science. And what really piqued me about this particular university was the level of interaction and also the speedy response to emails. Because for someone like I'm in the Caribbean, you want to go to university, but you don't have it around you, so to speak. You get a fast response from a university that you're looking forward to. Because I applied to other universities, however, the response and also the frequent checkups, like for instance the Ask Me Anything sessions, the Zoom webinars, all these things really turned my interest into this university, because the other universities, they were not as interactive. You send your application, you may get a response, if you are selected, but this university consistently, even if per se I was not selected as a possible student, just that interaction, that friendliness, it really, for a Caribbean student as myself, it really pulled me to this university. My favorite Trent experience currently is just being in the entire atmosphere here at Trent. For this university, I find it's quite ecologically diverse. So you see the lakes, you see the trees, you see the nature. And for me coming here, it's quite a beautiful experience because I get to see what I read about in the books in person. Yeah, so that's my favorite experience so far. Just the entire atmosphere, the architecture of the buildings, incorporating the environmental side of everything. This is really my favorite experience so far. For me, this university, the involvement of the lecturers and the access that you have, that is made available to you actually, to connect with people, connect with potential employees, employers, and potential organizations that you can have opportunities with. I have a former background in college experience, and it was not as interactive. You could not necessarily have just walk up to your lecturer per se, because their schedule. But this university, I find, it gives you the ability to meet with them. So you got that personal touch to your university experience, which I think is very important, especially for young people growing up, because you don't know, it's a new, like for me, a new country. new people. I don't maybe shy, maybe yeah. So that's for me makes Trent stand out. My favorite campus spot currently is the Trent International Office. It was the first place I went to because my first day I came here I was lost. So I just walked around the building and I just found this place was nice. It was like just a different vibe, so to speak. So I usually just like to sit in by the door in the orange couch, yeah, and do my studies. I find it nice and quiet. So that's my favorite spot so far. The trend resources that helped me firstly is the library program. I find that's quite beneficial, especially getting access to required information for completing assignments and also for personal development. You can get access to documents, research papers, articles, journals, etc. easily just being a student at Trent. So these programs really assisted me and really do continue to assist me as I continue my studies here at Trent. Oh yes, certainly, without a doubt. Firstly, for me, this university is very environmentally sound. So, a student in my home country, since we are strong, we are very strong in agricultural production. That was our strong point, especially considering the golden age, sorry, and moving into this post-development era. This is still our strong point: tourism and the agricultural sector. And this university's strong base in that field would grant students in my home country the opportunity to learn various aspects of this environmental field that's not necessarily accessible per se in my home country, but it would complement it better. So currently, as I'm aware, there's a shortage of environmental scientists. Usually we have to ask these persons, individuals or professionals, to come in. And I think this would be quite beneficial for my home country and students, because the experience to get trained in that area that is afforded here at this university, considering all the connections that you have, the social relations that can be developed over time, I think this is quite important, and that will greatly benefit students in my home country.